You ever wonder why some people just get it? Like they walk into a room and suddenly the vibe shifts. Not because they're loud or showing off, but because they know exactly what to say, when to say it, and how to make people feel heard. That's not luck. That's emotional intelligence. It's not just about being nice or friendly. It's deeper than that. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand your emotions, manage them, and recognize emotions in others too. And in today's fast-paced, hyper-connected world, that's more powerful than ever. Back in the day, people believed IQ was everything. The smarter you were, the more successful you'd be. But things have changed. Studies now show that people with high emotional intelligence often outperform those with high IQs. Why? Because life isn't a test. It's relationships, it's teamwork, it's reading between the lines, it's keeping cool when you're under pressure. And that's where emotional intelligence kicks in. It helps you build trust, handle conflict, and lead people effectively. Whether you're in a meeting, on a date, or stuck in traffic, think about your worst boss ever. Chances are they didn't yell all the time. Maybe they just didn't listen. Maybe they couldn't handle feedback, or maybe they made everything about them. Emotional intelligence would have changed all that. Leaders with high EQ create better environments. People feel safe around them. They speak up more. They innovate more. Because when your emotions are valued, you thrive. And that's not just good for mental health. It's great for business too. So how do you actually build emotional intelligence? It starts with self-awareness. Yeah, that buzzword everyone throws around. But seriously, if you don't know what you're feeling, how can you manage it? Being aware means noticing your triggers, catching yourself before you overreact, and asking why you're feeling a certain way. It's like being your own emotional detective. And once you've got that down, you can move on to managing those emotions in a healthier, more productive way. Next up is empathy, the heart of emotional intelligence. Now, a lot of people confuse empathy with sympathy. But empathy isn't about feeling sorry for someone. It's about feeling with them. It's putting yourself in their shoes. When someone's upset, you don't brush it off or try to fix it right away. You sit with them. You listen. You try to feel what they're feeling. And let me tell you, people remember how you made them feel way more than what you said. Empathy builds trust. And trust is everything. Ever met someone who can stay calm no matter what? Like everything's falling apart. The meeting's a mess, deadlines are crashing. But they just breathe, smile, and keep it together. That's emotional regulation, another piece of emotional intelligence. It's about not letting your emotions control your actions. You're mad? Cool, feel it, but don't snap. Don't send that angry email. People with high EQ know how to pause, process, and then respond. It's not about hiding emotions. It's about owning them without letting them own you. Another major piece? Motivation. Not the rah-rah kind, but the kind that keeps you going when nobody's watching. People with strong emotional intelligence are usually self-motivated. They don't wait for praise or panic when things get hard. They've got this inner drive, a quiet confidence that says, I can figure this out. And they're not afraid to fail either. They see failure as feedback. That mindset? It's gold, especially in a world where challenges pop up like ads on your phone. Social skills are also a big deal in the EQ world. And no, it's not about being a smooth talker or life of the party. It's about connecting, listening more than you speak, noticing when someone's uncomfortable, adjusting how you communicate based on the person in front of you. When you've got good social skills, you can navigate tricky conversations, work with all kinds of people, and build strong networks. And in almost every job or life situation, that's a huge advantage. Here's something wild. Emotional intelligence affects your physical health too. When you manage stress better, you sleep better. Your heart rate stays steadier. Your immune system even works better. It's all connected. Those who suppress emotions or let them explode all the time, they burn out faster. They get sick more often. Being emotionally intelligent isn't just good for your relationships or your career. It's legit good for your body. Like doctor-approved good. Let's talk relationships. Friendships, romantic, family, whatever the type, EQ is the glue. Arguments happen, feelings get hurt. Miscommunication is normal, but emotionally intelligent people don't just ignore it or blow up. They check in, they apologize, they explain how they feel without blaming. They listen, and that kind of communication creates deeper bonds, more safety, more growth. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present and willing to understand. EQ in the workplace? Total game changer. Whether you're managing a team or just starting out, emotional intelligence helps you adapt. It helps you understand what your boss really meant in that email. It helps you give feedback without sounding harsh. It helps you deal with conflict without turning it into drama. Honestly, it makes the workday smoother. Teams with high EQ members, they collaborate better, support each other more, and get things done without all the tension. You might be thinking, okay, but are some people just born with this? Sure, some folks are naturally more in tune with emotions. But emotional intelligence is a skill. And like any skill, you can build it. You don't need a course or a book, though those can help. You just need awareness, practice, and a little humility. Catch your reactions. Pause before speaking. Ask more questions. Reflect after conversations. Over time, it becomes second nature. Not easy, but totally worth it. Kids and teens need emotional intelligence too. Imagine growing up learning how to talk about your feelings, handle rejection, and listen to others without judging. School teaches math, science, history, all important. But emotional intelligence? That's what helps kids handle stress, stand up for themselves, and build real friendships. Teaching EQ early changes lives. And honestly, adults need it just as much. It's never too late to start learning how to feel and connect better. Here's the cool part. Emotional intelligence isn't just about you. Once you develop it, you start becoming someone people trust. They come to you for advice. They feel safe around you. You're the calm in chaos. That doesn't mean you have to fix everyone's problems. It just means you show up with empathy, patience, and honesty. People remember that. And in a noisy world, being someone who truly listens and connects, that's powerful. And yeah, emotional intelligence can even help with money. Hear me out. A lot of financial decisions are emotional. Impulsive buys, stress shopping, avoiding debt talk. People with high EQ recognize those feelings and make more thoughtful choices. They pause before swiping the card. They ask, do I really need this? Or, am I trying to feel better? Being in tune with your emotions gives you clarity, and clarity helps you stay out of financial messes. Who knew EQ had a money side? Social media has made emotional intelligence more important than ever. We're communicating through screens now with fewer face-to-face cues. It's easy to misunderstand tone, react too fast, or get dragged into drama. Emotionally intelligent people slow down. They think before they post. They know when to step away from arguments, and they don't take everything personally. In a digital world, EQ helps you stay human and kind, even when the internet gets messy. Now let's be real. No one has perfect emotional intelligence all the time. We all mess up. We all have moments where we snap or shut down. That's okay. What matters is bouncing back, apologizing, learning. The goal isn't to never feel angry, sad, or anxious. It's to understand those feelings and handle them with more care. Emotional intelligence isn't perfection. It's progress. Little by little, day by day. Ever notice how the people with the most emotional intelligence often seem the most authentic? They don't fake it. They're honest about how they feel, but in a way that's respectful and kind. They set boundaries, but they do it with compassion. They're not trying to impress. They're trying to connect. And that's what makes them magnetic. We're drawn to people who are real. And EQ helps you show up as the real you without all the masks. If you're wondering where to start small. Next time you're upset, name the feeling. Next time someone talks, really listen. Not to reply, but to understand. Check in with yourself during the day. How am I doing? Why did that bother me so much? That little pause? It's where emotional intelligence grows. Over time, you'll notice you're reacting less and responding more. And that shift changes everything. Your relationships, your work, your peace of mind. So yeah, emotional intelligence might just be the skill of our time. In a world full of noise, fast changes, and big emotions, being able to understand, manage, and connect emotionally is like having superpowers. It helps you navigate life with more clarity, more confidence, and more compassion. And the best part? It's a skill anyone can learn. One conversation, one choice, one moment at a time. The more we build it, the better our world becomes, inside and out.